The bold and the beautiful spoilers for Friday, December 27, 2024, promise a consequential day for Bill as he has to try to figure out Luna again. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. What is Luna Nozawa up to now? Dollar Bill Spencer can't seem to stay away from Luna Nozawa. Her letters intrigued him enough to visit her behind bars once, but the letter kept coming, so Bill felt compelled to go back. After all, she insisted she knew the error of her ways and showed remorse for killing 2 men in cold blood before holding Steffy Forrester Finnegan hostage in a cage. She blamed her mother for all of it because clearly people who grow up with promiscuous parents become serial killers. Bill knows that's not true because Brooke Logan's kids are not in jail. When Bill pays Luna another visit, he is shocked by what he sees. Luna looks bruised, bloody, and beaten. She claims another inmate attacked her. Bill seems to sympathize, but is he really buying what Luna is selling? She may put on her innocent act again, but Bill has already seen that. We know he wasn't dumb enough to fall for Sheila Carter, so is he dumb enough to fall for Luna's lies? B and B spoilers. Electra Forrester's shock. The last thing Electra Forrester expected to see when she went to the restroom to freshen up was a shrine to her on the bathroom door. In fact, that wasn't even her body in some of the pictures. Does Electra finally discover that Remy Price is exactly who Will Spencer has said he is? Will Remy show his true colors in all their glory now? As for Will, he still comes to Electra's defense at Forrester Creations. He and Ivy Forrester present a united front argument to Katie Logan and Brooke. They are determined to get Electra's job back and feel she was fired unjustly. Little do they know the danger Electra is facing at the moment from a boy she believed she could trust. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that Hope Logan might take matters into her own hands when it comes to Brooke Logan's romance. Since Hope isn't happy about Ridge Forrester running straight to Taylor Hayes whenever trouble strikes, she'd rather see Brooke move on. Of course, Brooke claims Ridge is the only man for her, but Hope just isn't buying the idea that Ridge is her destiny anymore. We have to look at all this from Hope's perspective, since she's seen a nasty side of Ridge lately. Now Ridge is swinging back in Taylor's direction on top of everything else, so it's easy to see why Hope would want Brooke to be done with the waffler. Hope has finally moved on with a man who's completely devoted to her, so she has good reasons to want the same thing for Brooke. There's no doubt that Hope's relationship with Carter Walton is affecting her view of love right now. Hope is getting total loyalty from Carter and thinks he's the greatest man she could ever ask for. At this point, Hope is sorry she ever settled for anything less. In Hope's eyes, Brooke is settling for Ridge and his lack of commitment, so he's basically a problem her mom needs to overcome. Hope may choose to ignore Brooke's insistence that Ridge is her true love. Maybe Hope will think she just has to show Brooke a better option and pave the way for her to find her actual soulmate. Could Hope play matchmaker and perhaps ambush Brooke with a blind date? Hope might find someone she believes could be Brooke's perfect match and set the stage for her to have a romantic evening with him. Since Deacon Sharp is already married to Sheila Sharp, Hope may decide not to rock the boat in their relationship, especially since it could send Sheila off the rails. Provoking Sheila can only end in disastrous news for everyone in Los Angeles. Instead of matchmaking for Deacon and Brooke, Hope might pick someone totally new for Mom. After all, things didn't start looking up for Hope until she entered a brand new relationship with Carter. Our B and B predictions hint that Brooke may continue to resist Hope's efforts to steer her away from Ridge, but that won't stop Hope from trying. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Hope will work to make some updates to Brooke's love life, so stay tuned to see if she'll make any progress. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that Brooke Logan took the CEO position at Forrester Creations. Brooke wasn't able to explain her plan to Ridge Forrester, so he bounced back to Taylor Hayes. Brooke is still determined to do the right thing though. Zendi Forrester Dominguez knows the truth and could tell Steffy Forrester Finnegan. It would be just like Steffy to keep this fact from Ridge, though. The bold and the beautiful spoilers, Logan's risky decision. B&B spoilers reveal that Brooke made a risky decision about Forrester Creations. Right after Carter Walton and Hope Logan took over, most of the Forrester family refused to work under their leadership. Eric Forrester, Steffy, and Ridge Forrester all have abandoned their positions at the company. Carter turned to Brooke and asked if she would serve as the company's new CEO. B&B spoilers, Ridge Forrester's disbelief. Brooke accepted the position but thought she could make things right. Brooke doesn't seem to have a plan in mind. That's why Brooke couldn't get Ridge to realize she wasn't switching sides. Brooke doesn't have a clear plan. Brooke's bright idea is to use her position to convince Carter to reverse the LLC. I really don't see that happening, as Carter would have to admit defeat. Whether Brooke is CEO is irrelevant to whether she can convince him to reverse the LLC. The bold and the beautiful spoilers, Zendi Forrester Dominguez's realization. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that Brooke told Zend about her intentions. Now, Zend walked out on Carter and Hope after the takeover. However, the Forresters urged Zended to stay on board and act as their spy. After Brooke tells Zend about her intentions, he could share this news with Steffy. B&B spoilers, Steffy Forrester Finnegan's deception? Steffy seems more obsessed with reuniting Ridge and Taylor than with saving the company. Steffy has spent a lot of time planting seeds in Ridge's mind about Brooke. So if Zenda tells Steffy about Brooke's redemptive plan, will she even tell Ridge? Probably not, as that could divide TRIDG, and that would ruin Steffy's perfect little world. Plus, Steffy would have to admit she was wrong about Brooke, and I'm just not sure if her ego can handle that. What do you think is going to happen as the takeover continues? Will Zenda tell Steffy about Brooke's intentions? Will Steffy keep that fact from Ridge? If so, could it be Steffy's fault when Taylor gets a broken heart all over again? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. The bold and the beautiful star Matthew Atkinson hasn't been on screen lately as Thomas Forrester on the CBS daytime drama. He's been busy becoming a new father, and he and his wife, Brittany, debuted the little guy this Christmas. Merry Christmas trio. On Christmas Day, Brittany took to Instagram to share a gorgeous photo of herself with Atkinson holding the tiny tot, who celebrated his first Christmas. Merry Christmas from the Atkinsons, she wrote as a caption. She and Atkinson coordinated in black and red, and the baby had on a warm green stocking cap bundled up in his dad's arms. A Christmas tree emoji covered his face. Courtney Hope, who portrays Sally Spectra now on The Young and the Restless, wrote, Merry Christmas, you three. B&B star and writer Lawrence St. Victor replied, Merry Christmas. Many others replied, sharing their well wishes for the little family. It's unclear precisely when the little boy was born. In early November, Atkinson shared photos of him and his wife, and she still sported a baby bump in their maternity photos. The couple revealed earlier in 2024 that they were expecting their first baby, a boy. However, on their first anniversary, November 9, Brittany shared a post with the caption, 1 year and 1 baby later, I love you so much more than I did on our wedding day. I never thought would even be possible. 1 down, forever to go. Living the dream with. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that Steffy Forrester could find herself with a big decision to make. Zendi Forrester Dominguez knows the truth about Brooke Logan's agenda when it comes to reclaiming the CEO seat, so he could eventually spill the news. Although Brooke swore Zend to secrecy, he already seemed uncomfortable with all the Brooke bad-mouthing at the holiday gathering. At some point, it's easy to imagine Steffy trashing Brooke in front of Zende and causing him to blurt out the real story. Brooke has assured Zend that she didn't take the CEO position back for selfish reasons. The goal is to ultimately hand power back to Steffy and Ridge Forrester. But Brooke has to convince Carter Walton to refile the proper LSC paperwork first. Brooke tried to give Ridge updates on her plan at the Forrester mansion recently, but he kept interrupting her attempts. Of course, Brooke left in tears once she saw Taylor Hayes wearing Ridge's shirt on the staircase, so B&B delayed her huge revelation. There has to be a reason for that delay, and for Zend's knowledge of Brooke's true intentions. Steffy might be poised to find out Brooke's secret plan next, but that doesn't mean she'll go running straight to Ridge with it. After all, Steffy feels like the silver lining of this whole takeover might be her parents getting back together. Now that Steffy is seeing signs of progress on Ridge and Taylor's reunion, she may not want anything to interfere with that. That's especially true since Steffy may have doubts about Brooke's scheme. Perhaps Steffy will think it's just more Logan manipulation and another way for Brooke to betray Ridge while stringing him along. In other words, Steffy might believe Brooke is really making a power grab and that she just wants to pretend she's doing this for Ridge's sake. Maybe Steffy will push Zend to keep his mouth shut while she does the same. Since Brooke could make another attempt to blab to Ridge, Steffy might decide she needs to move Taylor and Ridge's reunion along before that happens. What if Steffy covers up Brooke's plot and tries to push Ridge closer to Taylor instead? Steffy might even arrange for Brooke to catch Taylor with Ridge in another compromising situation. Bottom line, Steffy may be skeptical that Brooke has good intentions and seriously doubt that she'll be able to talk Carter into anything anyway. It could leave Steffy ready to hide Brooke's plan and preserve Ridge's chance at a future with Taylor. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Brooke and Ridge have more drama ahead of them, so we'll bring you more predictions on all the obstacles. At Brooke's house, she tells Hope that she reached out to Ridge on Christmas Eve, but she hasn't heard back yet. She's starting to think she's not going to. Hope hugs her. Brooke says she and Ridge hurt each other. He felt betrayed, the way it looks. I just never imagined that he would. Hope says, turn to Taylor, and so quickly? Brooke sighs, yeah, Hope fumes. How could he? At the Forrester mansion, Ridge is staring at his phone when Steffy comes in. She figures he's thinking about Brooke and processing. She recaps what she did. At Forrester, Katie is working away in the design office when Will enters. He wants to talk to her about Elektra. He needs to know why she fired her. Will recaps that she put him off before, but that's not acceptable. What happened? Katie sighs. She wishes her all the luck in the future. Will asks if she let her go because she's a Forrester. Katie says no. Will wants to know the reason then. What did she do that warrants her losing her job? Katie questions how well he really knows the young woman. At Il Giardino, Ivy tries to coax Elektra to eat. She wanted her first Christmas in LA to be a happy one. Elektra says it wasn't all bad. She hung out with family and with Will, who has been so supportive. They can't understand why she was fired. She was doing a good job. Remy appears and Ivy tells him it's nice to finally meet him. He's noticed Elektra seems upset and asks what's wrong. She says she was fired from Forrester. Elektra doesn't know why. Remy sits and says, that sucks. He starts complaining about Los Angeles and tells her it might be for the best. Elektra thought she was getting somewhere. Remy believes in her. He tells her that she can count on him. Elektra admits she's sad. Remy tells her she doesn't need those people. I'm here for you, just like before when everyone turned their backs on you at home. Elektra doesn't want to think about those deepfake photos. Deacon interrupts to ask Remy to clean the grill. Remy tells Elektra he'll never abandon her. At Brooke's place, Hope tells her mother that Ridge shouldn't be punishing her for what she and Carter did. Brooke says it wasn't about that. Hope can't believe he turned to Taylor. She's always saying she and Ridge are meant to be, but what if they're not? If they were, he wouldn't be seeking solace with Taylor, he'd be there with her right now. Hope wants her to be realistic right now. For Ridge to turn to Taylor of all people, would a committed man do that? Please, try to be honest with yourself, Mom. Is Ridge really your destiny? Brooke sighs. She hates this whole situation. Hope won't let her put this on herself. Brooke says they promised not to let anything come between them. Hope says Ridge broke that promise. Brooke won't. It's a big mistake. She won't just let him walk away. We belong together. There is only one man for me, Ridge Forrester. At the Forrester mansion, Ridge tells Steffy he can't understand Brooke coming over there to tell him what she did. Steffy thinks she was probably planning to turn on the waterworks. Ridge reminds Steffy that what happened with her mother had nothing to do with Brooke. Steffy knows. She warns him not to look back. You have to look to your future, whatever that is. Steffy hopes they get another Christmas miracle. Ridge doesn't want to drag Taylor through all the stuff they're going to go through. Steffy reminds him that her mother always supports him. She asks him to tell her he knows this. Ridge grunts, "You know that I love your mother." Steffy recaps how he helped her with her heart condition. It's been a turning point for her. She's happy for them. Whatever this is, she wants to be able to trust it. Ridge says, "Trust me, you mean?" Steffy says her mom's heart is still healing. Please don't break it. Ridge won't pretend he's perfect. That won't work for anyone. He knows he didn't treat her mom's heart with the care it deserves, but he's not there to break it. Their relationship seems stronger than it's ever been. Life with her mom, her, Thomas, and Phoebe. It's always been a safety net for him. They love him completely. That's what your mom is doing. They embrace. At Il Giardino, Deacon tells Electra he overheard about her losing her job. He shares that he's been canned more times than he can count. He's sure she'll bounce back. She's a Forrester and is resilient. Electra is worried about being upset in the restaurant, so Deacon suggests she go up to Remy's room. He hands her the key. In the design office, Will asks if Katie has a problem with Electra. Katie wonders if she's bad-mouthing the company. Will says her heart is broken, but she's not angry, just confused. She's kind and hardworking. If I can help her, I will. He won't turn his back on her the way Forrester did. Electra lets herself into Remy's darkened apartment and calls, "Hello? Remy, are you in here?" She makes her way into the inner sanctum to a sink to freshen up. She's wiping her nose when she looks at the reflection in the mirror and sees Remy's sick collage of photos of her on the wall and starts screaming in terror.